Oh.
somebody else. They look just like him. He should be making an appearance. Is that him right there? No. He's somewhere nearby. Pretty, he's all colorful.
Funny.
I think there's another.
So the snow is slowly but surely melting away. It's got that uncovered. I still have huge piles where I pile up the snow, and the sawmill's still covered with snow. I can easily flip that off of there, but it really doesn't make a difference for me right now. I need to get more logs up to the sawmill before I can really run it anyway, so I'm not in a big hurry to get the snow off the top of it. But the point of this video is my week number 39, 40, and 41 of dollar a day preps. So let's get right into that. So here we are back out at the tailgate, just because that's the nicest spot that I can get to right now. My cabin's way too crowded to be trying to videotape in there unless I really have to. So it's a nice day outside. Keone just wants to play. But I'm going to get into the dollar a day preps. So here we go for weeks 39, 40, and 41. Here is what I have set aside. And we'll, so 3 macaroni, 4 pasta sauces, 2 1-pound bags of pinto beans, a 5-pound bag of long grain rice, and then 8 cans of diced tomatoes. And we'll get into the numbers here really quick. But this is a pretty nice haul for a 3-week period, with the prices being as high as they are. I really wish I could find some of the deals that I used to find, and maybe once summer comes in, they might get some of the deals back. By then, my 1 year of dollar a day preps is going to be wrapped up. So, but anyway. Let's get into the numbers really quick. So those pasta sauces, they cost me $1.25 a piece, which is, that's the regular shelf price. They weren't on sale or anything. That was their regular shelf price on those. They did used to be 99 cents, but prices have gone up. And then, so the pasta, the elbow macaroni, 3 of those, they were $1 a piece, and that was on special, on sale. Saved 50 cents off each one of those. The pinto beans were $1.49. That's regular price for those right now, but that's still a pretty good price. That was the only pinto beans on the shelf. The only they didn't have any of the bigger bags or anything. In fact, that was the last 2 bags that they had, and I grabbed both of those for that day. Hopefully they got more in for other people. And the rice was $3.49. So I'll add that all up, plus 36 cents in taxes. $14.83, leaving me with $10.10 for the next one. And all of those tomatoes, 75 cents a can. All 8 of the cans of tomatoes, plus the tax on that, came to $6.15. So I had $10.10 left, $6.15 taken away from that. That means next time I will go in with $3.95. This is week 39, 40, and 41. Not too bad. Pretty happy with this amount of food that I could set aside. Lots of canned stuff, and I know it's pretty repetitious on what I'm putting aside for in the future, but I'm getting what I can get for the $1 a day, so I can fit into that parameter, and just trying to do my best to put food aside. With the higher prices, it's kind of hard to put food aside right now. But right now it's more important than ever to be doing it. Get what you can while you can, because I see the shelves just getting more and more empty. I see the prices just getting higher and higher. Pretty soon they're going to price us out of the food, and we're going to end up, if you don't have food set aside, you're going to end up in the bread lines. You're going to be waiting for a handout from somebody for food, the way the world's going anymore. That's just my own opinion. That's just how I feel about it. I would rather be prepared rather than have to depend on somebody else to feed me and my family. So I have another side note here, a real quick side note. So these are not part of my $1 a day preps. I wouldn't buy these to set aside for long-term storage. These cans are dented, smashed, a little smash there. This one's dented and smashed right down there by where they marked the price off. This is the worst of them, but I would not put these in my long-term storage. But I would buy them, use them pretty much as soon as possible. The next time I need some tomatoes in a dish, we're going to use these up, whether it be 1 can per meal or whatever. But this, if I use this now, when I got it at the price that I got it, it would leave more change in my pocket so that I could buy maybe 1 more can of this. So these were 75 cents in the store. These were priced at 75 cents in the store, but because they're damaged, I was able to get them for 39 cents. So I was able to save right around 31 cents for each one of these cans, and this is the 3 cans that they had left in the bin for these tomatoes. And I recommend, if you can use them fast enough, you don't want to leave them sitting around forever, but if you can use them right away, within a month's time, buy these to save yourself a little bit of money now, so that you can take that, because I could take that money that I saved, 93 cents, and I'd be able to buy 1 more can of this and put this in my long-term storage, if that makes sense. If you only have like a certain amount of money, and you can buy these rather than buy the regular cans at the regular price. If you can get the markdown stuff, it's going to stretch your dollars farther, and the farther we can stretch our dollars right now, the better. I see it only getting worse. And just a real quick update on the snow melting into my tank for my garden for this summer. It is melting at a nice slow rate. It hasn't been getting really hot. We haven't had direct sunlight hitting it, so which is a good thing, because if that happened, it would just heat the roof of that shed up and all of that snow would just slide off onto the ground. If we can have a nice cool warm up, all of that snow, any of the water that is in that snow, will just go right into the tank and help me to water my plants in the garden this summer. So that's a real quick update on the snow on top of the roof. So I really can't walk anywhere on my property right now. The snow is still so deep. There's just so much snow that I really can't walk anywhere, so I just stand in my driveway. So this is pretty much what you saw in my last video, same area, but I'm really limited on where I can stand right now. I might be able to walk over on the trail, but anyway, I'm really excited for spring to get here and get rid of this snow so that I can start getting some work done. Kind of cooped up in the cabin. I've been doing a lot of canning the last weekend, and this last week I've got the asparagus, the pickled asparagus that I made on my last $1 a day preps. Got that all done. I got a bunch of carrots canned up that I got at a discounted rate, 89 cents a pound for some peeled baby carrots that were outdated, but they were just fine. So I picked those up, got those canned up, and then I've been grabbing stuff out of the freezer and getting it canned up. Made a couple batches of jelly and canned up some more hamburger. Just trying to do what I can to diversify my food storage and make some room in the freezer, because I know here pretty soon I'll be filling it up with other stuff. So yeah, when you're shopping and you see marked down food, like I did the crushed tomatoes, we usually don't buy crushed tomatoes, but I will use those in a dish wherever I would use the diced tomatoes. I'll use them just the same. It won't really matter to me. I don't care how it looks. I just want it to taste good and fill me up. But anytime you can see that discounted stuff, I say, if you're gonna use it, purchase it, use it right away. It'll save your money, a couple dollars, and buy some food for your long-term storage. It makes sense to me. Hopefully it makes sense to you, how I'm trying to describe it. But, you know, whenever I see a loaf of bread marked down, it's normally like $2.19, and they have $1.50 off of it, I'll buy that bread because I know I'm going to use it. Worst case scenario, if I have so much of that bread that I don't use it, I put it in the freezer. And then if I want to clear out freezer space, I will take that bread and dry it and make breadcrumbs or cubes out of it so that we can make stuffing, homemade stuffing, because that's way better than the store-bought stuffing. And, you know, when you're paying 40 or 50 cents for a loaf of bread and you're able to make you dry it and stuff, it's way cheaper stuffing than the stovetop stuffing that you buy in the store. There's lots of examples of that. Like I buy hamburger, I always buy it when it's got a coupon or it's, you know, close to the date, to the sell by date. It's still perfectly good hamburger. I bring it home, I'll throw it in the freezer. Or if I don't use it that night, I throw it in the freezer. In fact, I did that today. You know, I bought 2 packages of hamburger. Let me go grab that for you really quick and show you. Yeah, so I just went and got the receipt. Did the math really quick on it. So the first one was 3.82 pounds. ground beef, normally priced at $3.99 a pound. It had $2 off on it. So I ended up paying $3.47 a pound for that, or I paid $13.28 for that package of hamburger. The next one, the original price was $10.61. It was 2 pounds, 2.66 pounds. $2 off on that one as well. And because it had less weight, and it was $3.99 a pound, original price as well. But because it had less weight in there, $2 off makes it cheaper per pound at $3.24 per pound. And I don't know what it's like where you are, but up here, when hamburger has been, the cheap hamburger, the 80-15 hamburger for me has been fluctuating for $69 to $4.99 a pound. And so this week they did have it on sale for $3.99, and then they had some reduced with $2 off stickers on them. So I ended up saving a fair chunk of change over what I'd normally spend on it. So that's just another way I save a little bit extra on something that I know I'm going to use. And when I get enough of it in the freezer where I think I'm not going to use it up in the next few months, then I can it up and give it more shelf life that way. And at this point, I'm just trying to add to my stock. I'm not trying to do it so that I'll use it up right away. I want to add to my stock because it's just going to get more and more expensive, especially with the way everything is going as far as farmers. The feed is going to get really expensive for the animals, which just makes everything, the fuel to transport the animals, the fertilizer to grow the crops, to feed the animals. That's all going to go up in price, and here pretty soon they're going to price us out of being able to buy hamburger. So the more I have stored away, the less likely that I'll go without hamburger. At least eventually I see it's going to be so expensive that you just can't really afford to live. And that is why you prepare, and that's why you start growing a garden, and that's why you do everything you can to make your dollar spread out even farther. Don't let them price you out of living. I'm going to quit rambling on this, but that is my $1 a day prep for week number 39, 40, and 41. We're getting pretty close to the end of the year. My original goal was to do this for a year and pile it all up and let you see how much food you can do for $1 a day for a year. So that's $365. How much food you can actually pile up, and we're getting close to that. So we're 11 weeks away from the big reveal, the big pile of food. I'm pretty excited to show you how much I was able to pile up for $1 a day. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska, and until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.